So after first video, now we are going to discuss properties of the determinants. They are very much helpful to solve the determinant, to expand the determinant. So properties of determinants. They are very much helpful in expanding the determinant. So through this video lesson, we will learn, also you will learn, you will able to do following things, just to use properties, where we have to use the properties, how we have to use the properties in case of determinant, and also you can solve, you can expand the determinant easily by applying the properties. So now properties of the determinant. First property, if rows and columns of a determinant are interchanged, the value of determinant remains same. Like determinant A, B, C, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, and A, X, P, B, Y, Q, C, Z, R. Here rows are changed into columns. In both the cases, values will be same. You can take an example or you can expand them and you will get the value. Like determinant is 2, 3, 4, 1 minus 2, 3, 0, 2, 5. Expanding it along first row, so 2 into minus 10 minus 6 minus 3, 5 minus 0 plus 4, then 2 minus 0, and its value is minus 39. Now converting rows into columns, 2, 3, 4 becomes first column, 1 minus 2, 3 becomes second column, and 0, 2, 5 becomes third column. And now it expanding again along the first row. So you have seen 2 into minus 10 minus 6, minus 1 into 15 minus 8, and plus 0 into 9 plus 8. Again its value is minus 39. So in both the cases, determinants have same value. So if rows and columns of a determinant are interchanged, the value of determinant remains same. It does not change. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, Ri is interchanged with Rj or Ci is interchanged with Cj, then the sign of determinant changes. A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. If R1 is changed with R3, here you can say C1, C2, C3, and R1 becomes third row, A1, A2, A3. Second row remains same. The value in first case is this one, and after expanding, here we can say there is it differ by negative sign, minus times of A1, B2, C3, A1, B2, C3, minus A1, B3, C2, minus A1, B3, C2, minus A2, B1, C3, same here, plus A2, B3, C1, A2, B3, C1, and last two terms are also same. So both the determinants have numerical value same, but they differ by sign. So first and second they differ by sign. So what I said, if two rows or column are interchanged, the value is changed by sign. So sign changes, plus becomes minus and minus becomes plus. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, proportional, same, or in same ratio, then the value of determinant is 0. You can see in example 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. First column and third column, they are same, so their value will be 0. Expanding it along first row, you get 2 into 16 minus 15 minus 3, 12 minus 12 plus 2, 15 minus 16. So its value is 0. So here C1 and C3, they are same, therefore its value is 0. Same will hold for the identical rows. If two rows or two columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of determinant becomes 0. Even though if numbers are in proportion, even though the value will be 0. Now the next property, if each element of a row or column is multiplied by a non-zero constant lambda, then the value of determinant gets multiplied by same constant lambda. So let determinant is A, B, C, P, Q, R, X, Y, Z. Now multiplying by any non-zero constant lambda to the elements of a row or column. Let it is multiplied in first row. So after multiplying, we have lambda A, lambda B, lambda C, P, Q, R, X, Y, Z. Second and third row elements are same. Only the element of first row are changed because they are multiplied by lambda. Now expanding it along first row. So lambda A into QZ minus RY minus lambda B into PZ minus RX plus lambda C into PY minus QX, taking lambda common from each of the part. So lambda is taking common, then we have A into QZ minus RY minus B into PZ minus RX plus C into PY minus QX, and this is the value of original determinants. So you can say value of this determinant is lambda time the value of first determinant, original determinant. So this way you can say lambda A, lambda B, lambda C, second row P, Q, R, third row X, Y, Z equal to lambda times this determinant. So this is the fourth property. Now the next property, if some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two or more numbers, then determinant can also be expressed as sum of two or more determinants like this. Let a1x plus a2y, a1 plus x, a2 plus y, a3 plus z, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. This can be written as a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3 plus x, y, z, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. This can be verified. So expanding its left hand side, we get a1 plus x into b2 c3 minus b3 c2 minus a2 plus y into b1 c3 minus b3 c1 plus a3 plus z into b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Expanding it, we get this a1 into b2 c3 minus b3 c2 minus a2 into b1 c3 minus b3 c1 plus a3 into b1 c2 minus b2 c1 plus second bracket x into b2 c3 minus b3 c2 minus y into b1 c3 minus b3 c1 plus z into b1 c2 minus b2 c1. This way both the determinants can be written as separately. So if elements of a row or column are expressed as sum of two or more numbers, then determinant can also be expressed as sum of two or more determinants. So students, this is a very useful property. The next, if each element of any row or column of a determinant are added by equimultiples. Equimultiples by means by multiplying a number in each element of a row or column of other row or column, the value of determinant remains same. Means if Ri, any row, is changed with represented with expressed with Ri plus lambda times Rj. Similarly, Ci is represented as Ci plus k times Cj. Then in both the cases determinant remains same. Let determinant is A, B, C, P, Q, R, X, Y, Z. Now any row, if it is expressed by multiplying and then adding as A plus lambda x, B plus lambda y, C plus lambda z. Here third row elements are multiplied by lambda and they are added with the first row. Now we can use the property element of first row, they are expressed as the sum of two numbers. So this determinant can be expressed as sum of two determinants. So this is written as A, B, C, P, Q, R, X, Y, Z, lambda x, lambda y, lambda z, P, Q, R, X, Y, Z. Now in second part, they are multiple of lambda, so we can take common lambda. This way here you can see elements of first row and third row are same, so its value is 0, and therefore value of second determinant is 0, so only first determinant is there, that was the original determinant. So whatever you have done here, the value remains same. So what I said, if elements of a row or column, they are multiplied and added to any row or column, the value of determinant remains same. So students, you have learned these properties, and you can use these properties to expand the determinant easily. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 65, 75, 86. You can see number in third column, they are larger than the first and second. So we have to solve. So we have to use a property, although you can expand directly, but that will take time. But you see, the elements of second and third, there is some relation. 9 times that becomes very close to third element, third column elements. 7, 9, 63, 8, 9, 72, 9, 9, 81. So third C3 is replaced as C3 minus 9C2. You get 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. They are same, and third column becomes 2, 3, 5. So now first and third column are same, so its value is 0. This way you can use the property. Using properties, so that 1, 1, 1, A, B, C, A cube, B cube, C cube equal to A minus B, B minus C, C minus A plus B plus C. Now we can get idea how to get these things, A minus B, B minus C, and C minus A, or A plus B plus C. If we subtract the columns, we can get this number. So first we have idea to use the property that C1 is replaced by C1 minus C3 and C2 is replaced by C2 minus C3. Element of third column, they are subtracted in first and second. So what you get? 1 minus 1, 0. A minus C, A cube minus C cube. 1 minus 1, 0. B minus C, B cube minus C cube. The factor of A cube minus C cube, they are A minus C, A square plus AC plus B square. B cube minus C cube, B minus C, B square plus BC plus C square. Now in first column, A minus C is common. In second column, B minus C is common. So taking common A minus C and B minus C from first and second column respectively. So what you have? 0, 1, A square plus AC plus C square. 0, 1, B square plus BC plus C square. And third column remains same. Now we have again one idea. 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So again replacing first column by C1 minus C2. So 0, 0, and here A square minus B square plus C into A minus B. Factor of A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B. Taking common A minus B, you have A minus B into A plus B plus C. Now you can expand, or you can take common from third column. So expanding it along R1, you have A minus C into B minus C into 1, 0 minus A minus B into A plus B plus C, and this way you are getting the result. So you can see that how much properties are helpful. They are very much useful to solve such type of the question. Now again one more example. Using properties, show that 1x x square 1x x square 1 equal to 1 minus x cube whole square. Nowhere we are getting 1 minus x cube directly. So somewhere we can multiply. If this is multiplied by x, x cube, x square, x. So the two are same. That means after subtracting they will be 0. So replacing C1 is C1 minus x times C3. So 1 minus x cube, 0, 0. And remaining two columns are same. Again we have idea x into x, x square, 1 into x, x square into x, x cube. So here multiplying by x and subtracting in third. So C3 is replaced as C3 minus xC2. So we are getting 0, 0, 1 minus x cube. Taking common 1 minus x cube from first and third column. So we are getting 1 minus x cube whole square. 1, 0, 0, x1, x square, 0, 0, 1. Now no need to use any more property, because you will not get any simplified value. So expanding it along either first column or along first row. So expanding it along first column, you are getting 1 minus x cube whole square, 1 into 1 minus 0, minus 0 into x minus 0, plus 0 into 0 minus 0. No need to write these two values because they are 0, already 0. So from here you are getting 1 minus x cube whole square. So students, what you have learned, first tell me which property you will use to expand this. Yes, here first row and third row are same, so its value will be 0. Now expand using property 2, 3, 9, 3, 4, 3, 5, 14, 4, 7, 19. So what property you will use? Yes, just like an example, from that you will get its value 0. Yeah, given a plus b, b plus c, c plus a, b plus c, c plus a plus b, c plus a, b plus a and b plus c. Which property you will use to expand? First you can see, if we are adding, we will get the same value. So R1 or C1 can be replaced as R1 can be replaced as R1 plus R2 plus R3, or C1 can be replaced as C1 plus C2 plus C3, and you will have a number 2 times a plus b plus c that can be taken common from either first row or from first column. Then further you can use C1 as C1 minus C3, C2 is C2 minus C3, and this way you will get a very simplified number. So this way you can learn how to use the property. So students, what you have learned, you have to solve also, you have to practice also, so that whatever is taught today you can learn and that knowledge will be formed. So using properties, find the values of these questions, so that you have to solve. Okay, so solve these questions. Thank you, have a nice day. We will meet tomorrow for the next topic of the same chapter. Thank you.